What's going on, guys? It's your boy Manny Cash here, and in this video you definitely want to stay tuned because I'm going to give you a checklist that we need to have whenever we're talking to leads that are subject to, right? Subject to leads. You definitely want to watch this whole video, and because this video is part of the closest program. If you don't know what the closest program is, it's literally a whole program that I recorded from A to Z on how to talk to people, how to make offers, how to pitch a subject to, how to pitch owner finance, rebuttals, objections, how to hire VAs, how to hire acquisitions. So you definitely want to stay tuned because it's really interesting. Let's get it.
Manny Cash, Manny Cash, poppin' fans, you know he got them stacks. Manny Cash, Manny Cash, poppin' fans, you know he got them.
Alright guys, in this video we're going to talk about the checklist required that we need whenever we're talking to people or whenever we're talking to leads that are subject to leads, right? Subject to deals. So here we go. We got checklists for subject to deals. Now, number one, I broke it down right here. There are 6 requirements that we need, and then I'm gonna get into it and how we're gonna ask the homeowner for this information, because the secret about subject to it is getting as much information as we can from the homeowner to determine if this is a deal that we can do, or at least it's a deal that you can assign to an end buyer like HBHS, right? But again, there is some question that you need to ask, some information that we need to make sure that if it's a deal or not a deal. So I broke it down here, and then I'm gonna get into how we're gonna ask the information. So number one, we need to know if the property is behind, right? If the property, usually those properties are behind on payments, so we need to know the reinstatement. It's called the reinstatement, all right? Remember that. The reinstatement, it's what shows how much money the property is behind on the mortgage, okay? So this right here, again, this means the property behind, let's just say $10,000 right here. That means that the homeowner hasn't paid their PITI, right? The payments on the property for a good amount, probably 4, 5, 6, 7 months, right? So this is the restatement. We need to know that. Number 2, we need to know balance of the property. For example, what does that mean, Manny? Well, the balance of the property, it's what they actually, let's just say they bought the property at $200,000, they did a $10,000 down payment, and they say 2 years down the road they owe, let's say 185, right? Now that's the balance, right? The balance, it's what they owe on the note, on the loan, all right? So balance, for example, 180,000, right? 180,000. We need to know type of loan. What kind of loan is this property at, right? Is it on an FHA? Is it on a conventional loan? Is it on a VA loan? Is it on a USDA loan? What type of loan is this homeowner at? So we need to know what type of loan. In this case, we're gonna do is say VA. It's a VA loan. Guys, by the way, you can Google, all type of loans. You can Google what are the differences, what do they offer, what is a VA loan, what is an FHA loan, what is a conventional loan. So I'm gonna leave that up to you. I'm not gonna get into that because you can actually find that online. Just type of loan in the US, and then all the breakdown in there, okay? Interest rate. We need to know the interest rate on this property, on this homeowner, right? In a VA loan, this is, for example, you're looking at probably 3%, for example, right? 3% interest rate, which is good. So we need to know this. We need to know rehab. We need to know how much work does the property need. So let's just say on this one, we have rehab, and let's just say, it's a brand new property, 2018, it's a new build. It shouldn't have a lot of rehab, maybe just cosmetic. So when I want to say, 5,000, right? 5K, okay, 5,000. Now, we also need to know, or we need to have to determine if all this information is right? Because the homeowner homeowners can lie, right? So we need to make sure that this information is legit. And in order for us to know if this information is legit, we need to have the last mortgage statement. The last mortgage statement, it's actual paperwork. It's a paperwork, right, that the homeowners get every month from the bank, whoever got the loan from. And in that mortgage statement, it says how much they need to pay a month, how much money they're behind, how much money for principal, interest, how much money it's how much is the balance, right? So we need to know this information as well. I'm missing one more, it's just that I didn't have space in here, which is, right, we need to know the PITI. We need to know the PITI. PITI. So the PITI, make it simple to you guys, it's how much money they pay a month on the property, right? I think it's principal, interest, taxes, and principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So let's just say on this one, let's round it up. Let's just say $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month. So this is your PITI. So we need to know how much is that homeowner paying every month for that property. So this is the checklist that we need. Now on the next video, I'm gonna get into how we're going to ask this information so it doesn't, because remember, this is personal information. This is personal information. So we need to know how we're gonna ask this information without sounding or without coming across too sketchy, right? Because I mean, why do you need to know how much I pay on my house? Why do you need to know how much is my house behind, right? But we actually need to know as investors if we're gonna do a subject to deal. So in the next video, I'm gonna break it down. Let's get it. All right, guys. So that was it. That was that for that video. If you want to, kind of learn more about the subject and then keep watching the following videos, just go ahead and check it out. Check out the closest program. See if it's something that fits your criteria, what you're looking for. There's a following video on this one where I go about how to pitch it and how to pretty much answer all the questions or rebuttals that homeowner may have when it comes to subject to. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. So remember, subscribe and like to the channel. That way I can bring you more content to y'all. Let's get it.
Many gifts, many gifts, poppin' fans, you know you got them sticks. Many gifts, many gifts.